Welcome to our candidate interview featuring Stephanie Makalous, who is a candidate for the USD 232 Board Member Position 3. I am Natalie Bright, and I'm here on behalf of the Johnson County Public Policy Council, assisting the DeSoto Chamber with our interview today. The council is a collective effort of 10 chambers of commerce in Johnson County, which represents over 5,000 businesses. We developed these questions together and focus on business and community issues. But before we get started into our questions, Stephanie, would you like to take an opportunity to provide a little bit more information about yourself and why you've decided to run again for 232 School Board Member Position 3?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Natalie, for putting together this forum and just educating our voters and giving us a chance to talk about some important issues today. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am currently on the board. I've served one term of 4 years, and I'm running again for the same position, which is position number 3. My husband and I have lived in the district with our 3 teenage girls for the last 14 years. Our girls have attended USD 232 since the beginning. We're involved in many activities in the district, including PTA, Booster Club, Girl Scout troops, sports, theater, choirs, you name it, we've been to it. I'm a managing partner at CrossFirst Bank and work with commercial clients and their treasury services to manage their deposit and payment processes. It's a joy to get to work with so many commercial clients and see what kind of employees that they are really needing in their businesses. I'm running for a second term for the USD 232 Board of Education because I truly care about our public schools. I believe that local control is the best way to manage them. I know that we in our district know what our community needs and what best fits our schools. I originally ran 4 years ago because I have a passion for helping our students understand all the different avenues of careers that are available to them. I know that all students are not successful in the traditional classroom environment, and I believe that real-world learning is vital to helping our students find what they are passionate about and to help give them a career direction, whether it's college or a specific career. I'm still extremely compassionate for real-world learning, but after serving the last 4 years, I have a passion for seeing our district continue to be successful in how it's currently being managed. Over the last 4 years, we've moved the district forward in so many positive ways. I've helped the district to navigate through finishing projects projected by the bond issue. I've helped work through the pandemic. I've helped to increase teacher and staff salaries. I've completed a formal enrollment student study to help know where our growth is going within the district. And finally, we just hired a new superintendent this summer. What a joy it was to go through that process and to be able to see the candidates that are available to our schools. And Dr. Gibson has done an amazing job starting out this school year.
Well, great, Stephanie. Thank you so much. So now we're going to turn to the questions. The first one is pretty easy. What are your top 3 policy issues?
Well, I'll tell you, Natalie, when I was writing this and talking about different policy issues over the last few months, I had a top 3, and now I'm going to change that a little bit. So if you see differences in some of the different surveys or discussion, because I think one, the open enrollment policy has come to light in many board meetings recently because we need to pass some governance around that open enrollment policy. And I think that has been what's at the top of my mind today and kind of this fall because it's something that we need to act on. I think that other top priorities I have are teacher shortage and retention. I think it's so important that we help our teachers enjoy what they're doing. They're amazing people, and we need to know how to keep them in education. I also have a passion, as I said before, about real world learning and actually helping our students have the opportunity to explore careers and give them exposure to as many different career paths as possible. And the final policy issue that's at the top of my list is special education funding. As many know, yes, the schools have been funded appropriately, but not for special education. We're using a lot of our general funds to help with our special education programs.
Okay, great. Well, that's a great segue into what are your thoughts on K through 12 education funding?
Absolutely. I think Natalie, I think when you're funding a program, you can never have enough funds because that's where we are in the public school system. I do think we're doing okay right now. I think we're really going to see the last few years with the ESSER funds, and I just wanted to clarify kind of what the ESSER funds are for some that may not realize that those funds were given to different districts where you have to apply for them, but they're really used to prevent, prepare, and respond to educational fundings and the impact of the pandemic. So we have these special funds that in our district we were able to then give our teachers a bonus or some extra funding, but that can't happen every year because those funds do run out. So globally, I think we definitely need to pour more into educational funding, and we definitely need to help pour funds into the special education programs.
Okay, great. Well, the K through 12 education system requires accountability measures for students' performance, focused on post-secondary success and career readiness. Do you believe the district is meeting its expectations for that student achievement?
So I definitely think our district is exceeding expectations for student achievement. However, student achievement comes in many forms besides just pure data and numbers. Our district continues to encourage students in a variety of real world learning opportunities for each grade level. And I think that's important. It's not just high school where the students are getting exposed to different careers, but they're really being able to explore what they might enjoy doing. And I look forward to the continuous efforts of the partnerships that the district has created between our community and our schools to see how else we can help our working community.
All right, well, we're going to move into low unemployment rates in Kansas. Employers are struggling to find those qualified workers. How do you see the district helping to meet the business community's future workforce needs through those work-based learning opportunities such as internships, training, and other career exploration opportunities?
Well, I am super excited about this topic just in general, as you well are aware of. And I think that we are on a great trajectory path. I think we have some work to do through our bond issue. We were able to build a career and technical education center, which has really been a place for our students to be able to explore different careers. We also have partnerships with Eudora for our nursing program, our automotive program. And then we've also have partnerships with Baker University and Johnson County Community College. So I think it takes more than just the resources that our district is able to provide, but we are finding those partnerships. And I will say we are going out to businesses in our community to find what kind of workers do they need? What resources will do they need out of our students? I think you'll see a lot of that as the Panasonic plant is being built in our district, and this is a great opportunity for us to partner with businesses to find out, okay, what kind of qualified workers do you need? And it's a great opportunity for our students and our teachers to have internships and to see what a different business looks like.
Okay, great. So here's one. What are your thoughts on the efforts of that state legislature to expand school choice?
Well, this is, as you know, a very hot topic right now with the open enrollment legislation that's being discussed. I think our Kansas public school system is fabulous. I think we provide a fabulous education for our students. I also think that each student should be given an equal opportunity to receive the best education possible. Our schools not only provide education, but they provide so many other resources to our students, such as meals, speech therapy. If we didn't have the public school system around, who would do this? While USD 232 is ranked number 2 in the district, I'm very proud to say, if we allow any student who wants to attend our school district, we'll have unexpected growth problems, and those are some of the problems that we're having a lots of discussion to maybe anticipate. So some of those problems could be with our staffing, the number of students in the classroom. And we just don't know with the legislation, the way it is written right now, we have to take students on a lottery system, and we don't get to profile those students at all. We just take them, but every student has different needs. So some students may need more resources than others, and that's something that you cannot anticipate with the current legislative policy the way it's written.
Well, you talked a little bit about it, but the announcement of Panasonic and the increase in revenues to the USD 232 school districts that expected. Where do you think those revenues should be invested by the school board? Reduce school bonds, increase wages for employees, increase training for students that will be entering the workforce. What are some of your ideas or examples on how you think that additional revenue should be invested?
Absolutely. Well, as a commercial banker, I'm always a proponent of reducing debt. But in this situation, I think that we need to give back to our teachers and our staff that are actually taking care of our students and building up our district. So I would be a big proponent for first increasing and evaluating the salaries. I know we had one school board member at the last meeting ask for our administration to review what could we do to get our teachers and staff at a higher pay level than what they are today. And so that would be my number 1 priority with additional funds.
Hey, well, what do you think is the greatest challenge facing the USD 232 school district?
So I think this, Natalie, kind of wraps around back to Panasonic as well, because that's something that's brand new and it's a huge part of our district. I think the greatest challenge is going to be making sure we have the right resources in the right buildings at the right time, which is going to be a challenge, but it's something that we can certainly predict. The board this year did a geographic study to help us predict where we might need buildings and what age groups those buildings need to support. And we also need to make sure that we're meeting the resources that the students need in that area. So I'm really proud of the 5-year study that we have worked on, and I look at that as a challenge and a great growth opportunity for us to concentrate on.
All right, final question. What makes you the uniquely qualified to serve on the USD 232 board, and what distinguishes you most from your opponents?
Wonderful question. Thank you, Natalie. First, I have experience serving on the board the last 4 years. That's something that some other people that are running do not have. I think serving on the board has given me a great insight into kind of the details about learning about the staff, buildings, policy, procedures, and all the different things that come into this school system and how it actually interacts with the community. In addition, my experience, in addition to my experience, my family plays a huge role. We're active in the schools, we're active in the community. We know what's going on. We also work in the Shawnee area. We've started a church in our area, so we're very engaged and want to see the success of the school district just keep on going.
Well, great. Thank you so much. Any closing comments or statements you'd like to make?
Sure, thanks, Natalie. And yes, if constituents have questions, my website is Stephanie for USD232.com. I'm also on Facebook at Stephanie Makalous for USD 232. And I would welcome anyone to send me some questions, go to coffee. I love hearing from our patrons and knowing what's on their mind and what's important to them. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much. This does conclude our interview with Stephanie Makalous, candidate School Board Member 3 for the DeSoto School District. Thank you for joining us today and participating in the program. For more information about candidates, videos of these and other candidate forums, advanced voting details, please visit www.votejoco.com and share this important resource with your colleagues, families, and friends. On behalf of the Johnson County Public Policy Council, thank you to everyone for taking advantage of this important opportunity to learn more about our candidates. Stephanie, I wish you the best of luck on your campaign.